Welcome to another episode of How to ABL. It is Snare Season 9 2023, and today is Combat Human Male Day. So there are two really good characters for today. I'm going to show you both. Let's start out with Moon Knight with a Rage. He does work with an energy. It is a little bit harder to keep his procs on, but you can use him with an energy or an anger proc. Rage is the best for ABL in a whole. I'm going to be doing a swap cancel because I want to use Thor, who tends to be the best striker for getting the most out of ABL because Elemental seems to do a fantastic job. You're going to do 3. You're going to delay it just till he throws the little moon-shaped boomerangs. Then you're going to do a 4-5. Let your 5 play until you jump and land, and then you're going to do a 2-6. Let your 6 play until 2's ready again. Then you're going to do 2-1-3, 4-5. Rinse and repeat. Let me go ahead and show you that in action up to the first roar cancel with the swap, and then we'll speed up the video so I can show you the other character as well. So here we go. Moon Knight's going to come up, grab the orb. 3, 4, 5. Wait for that hop. Jump. Land. 2, 1. 6. 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. Use your 7 because it's ready. Then I'm going to do a 2, 1. Move around. 3, 4, 5. Jump. Land. 2, 1. Alright, he's going to jump center. I'm going to do one more rotation with a 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to switch to Taskmaster and use my 2 for the cancel. Switch right back. Well, I can't switch right back since Moon Knight decided to strike. Now we're going to switch back. 3, 4, 5, 7. Jump. Land. 2, 6. Let 6 play until 2 is ready. 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to run and grab that orb really quick. And then we're going to speed up the video here. Alright, so that's the first character, which typically I use for today. So let's see if we can beat that score, and I'll give you the other character as an example that can also be run for today, and that is using the villain Dr. Octopus. Alright, exact same team up, also a character with a rage here, Dr. Octopus, and we're going to do a 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. Delay cancel until you fire the guns, do a 6. You're going to circle twice on your 6, then you're going to cancel it into a 1, 2. Then you're going to, again, do a 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, delay cancel, and then you're going to do a 1, 2. Your 7 should be ready, which allows you to repeat the rotation twice. You got to spam this pretty quick. You got to keep the rotation together pretty fast, but just do a little bit of a comparison, let you know some different options. Again, I'll play this up to at least the first cancel, where I'm going to do a swap cancel since I'm using Thor as the striker, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. Fire your guns, and then circle. 1, 2, do a 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. You're going to do a 1, 2. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. And then we're going to switch. Use the 2 to cancel. Switch right back once we have the ability to. And 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. Fire the guns and do circle twice. 1, 2. Use your 7. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. I'm going to speed up the rest of the video. Alright, as you can see, I was able to actually outscore my Moon Knight. I even messed up a rotation. So one of the things that I've learned recently was a tighter rotation with Dr. Octopus. If you go back to my earlier videos where I was showing how to ABX and how to ABL with Dr. Octopus, I was using a mildly different rotation. With this new rotation that Mayhem in My Hands, who's my alliance leader in After 5 Avengers, gave me, I've actually been able to score more. So I wanted to show both. Both are viable options, and you can see the rotation with both. So hopefully that was useful. Let me go ahead and show you really quick what my account looks like, what my builds are like, why I'm using the teams I'm using, and then we will go ahead and wrap the video up from there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the graphics back up since this is the end of the videos for today. Here are my cards. Just a reminder, Pierce, you want 25%. I only have 16%, so until I get that 25%, it is hurting my score. You can pause. You can pause on these if you want to see the actual individual stats and effects. That's up to you. Let's start out with Moon Knight really quick. So I've got Moon Knight with Marvel Studios Moon Knight uniform. His uniform is a mythic uniform. Really quick, here are the options. So boom, 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 and boom. All right. On him, I have a Rage rolled up to a 0.9%, which is what you want. I do have his custom artifact up to a 5-star. It is not a type match. Having a type match would allow him to do more damage, but it does increase his damage output. He has an overdrive. Remember, keep everything 6 stars red so you can get the most out of your ISO 8 set. Stage 12 is a little bit better than your basic one. I do have his combat type maxed out. I had, of course, Thor as a striker. I'm using that for both of the characters and doing that swap cancel with Taskmaster. Everything is amplified. He's got a tons of Odin's blessings here. And then here is his overall stats. So that's who is competing. And yes, I know I need to get that critical damage maxed out, but that is who is competing against Dr. Octopus. So Dr. Octopus is also a tier 4 character, and again, I was using a striker with both of them. For some reason, Thor does just a better job, I guess the elemental damage or something, so he has a mythic uniform as well. Here are your uniform options, just in case you've never seen them before. You can look them up online. Just going to go through them kind of quick. Custom gear, also a Rage, rolled up to a 0.9%. Artifact, doesn't have a custom artifact, just a Cruelty +5. Has a Power of the Angry Hulk for the ISO 8 set. Type is not maxed out, it's at 5. Then, of course, we have the gear. Everything is amplified. Also some Odin's Blessings on him as well. And then here is the overall info on the details. So, again, critical damage not maxed out on either of the characters, but very, very close. Not doing too shabby on a whole. So, both of them are options for today. Let's talk about my team build-up and other options if you don't have either one of these characters and who I would even consider using based upon what I've done from playing. Alliance Battle. Legendary. So M'Baku. M'Baku, hands down, best leader, I think, for today, period. You get that 30% physical, but there's also the 45% damage dealt, so a support and lead character, and it gets even better if you have the artifact. The artifact also increases all basic attack and dodge. So, and that scales, you know, based upon an additional 0.3% of total instinct. So the more instinct you have, the more it does. So yeah, and this is for all allies. So that having this artifact is huge. I only have a 4-star artifact. Having a 5 or 6 is even better. Taskmaster does 2 things on this team. The first thing Taskmaster does is carry the insight, because Taskmaster is usable on many teams. The other thing Taskmaster does here is specifically on the Marvel Studios Black Widow uniform, all allies get damage dealt to 40%. So we're already doing 80% extra damage dealt with these 2 characters together. So in my opinion, this is probably the best team up for today. Then you either swap out Dr. Octopus with Moon Knight or vice versa. With Moon Knight kind of falling off, Dr. Octopus still seems pretty strong. Moon Knight might get replaced. Apparently Black Panther does not replace him. I haven't tiered for Black Panther, and I probably won't, because I still have plenty of characters that can do combat days. But I've heard from other people that Black Panther is not as impressive as they thought he would be. I have tried out other characters like Blade with a Rage, and obviously tier 3 characters are going to be nowhere near as good as tier 4 characters. So for today, it is pretty much going to be Dr. Octopus or Moon Knight. Aside from that, you could consider using Hulk. If you have a tier 4 Hulk, his PvP build does do good in PvE, but I don't think, could be wrong, but don't think he would do as good as either one of these characters. And if you're going to use him, I would recommend using Abomination's leadership, because not only does Abomination have a 60% physical attack, but he also has a passive for Gamma allies of 45% damage dealt. So in this case, it would be Abomination with Hulk if you were going to use Hulk instead. Now, since none of these are Gamma Radiation characters, it's better to use M'Baku for everyone but Hulk. I don't know if I would consider using anyone else. That pretty much would be it, just kind of glancing over the other characters. No, would not use a tier 4 Captain America. I would not use a tier 4 Black Panther. You could test it yourself. Maybe you have more success or luck than I do. I would not even use a tier 4 Venom. If you have a tier 4 Venom, I mean, it's an option, but as far as I can tell, it seems like Moon Knight outscores everyone but Dr. Octopus. So I would say Dr. Octopus number 1, Moon Knight number 2, depending on how your builds are. And then I would follow that probably with Black Panther, then Venom, and then I would put Captain America. I don't know where I would put Hulk in the mix because I don't have him built, and I don't hear a lot of people talk about using Hulk because everyone focuses on a PvP build with him. Now, his damage does scale with hit points, so it does work for both. So it's up to you how you want to play it, but he typically won't have, like, a Rage or something on him in PvP. And it seems like Rage does really good today. So anyway, that's all the information I have. Those are my thoughts. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Hopefully that's useful for you. And as always, may your ABL scores be as high as possible. Thanks for watching.